Bill David here, President of the 582nd out of Tango Delta Zulu, reporting from you live in the bunker on Karis Road out here in Webster Township, bringing the latest news on the pandemic panic. We got a number of things to go over here, so let's go ahead and roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty. But as soon as they are dirty, we got to wash them off to keep the pandemic from spreading. In spite of the initial and best attempts of the administration to downplay the significance of the effect the coronavirus will have on our country, it's now becoming apparent through better sources of information that this thing is going to be around for a while and we better learn how to deal with it. So how is it affecting us? Well, let's see. We've canceled pretty much everything indefinitely out there at the 582nd, excuse me. And of course they've canceled Sun and Fun. They delayed it at first. I was going to go to it and then they set it back to May, but it's not going to happen in May. And I understand they, through my sources, unnamed sources, of course, that they canceled it. So we're not going to have that. And anybody want to bet on whether or not they have Oshkosh? We'll see how that unfolds. So what are we going to do in place of all this? Well, I said in the other video, Corbin Friend has come up with this concept of using this social networking thing, which again, I'll tell you, I'm not very knowledgeable about. But anyways, he's gone to a great deal of trouble to put together an email to send out to each one of you so that you might be able to hook up to this thing called Discord. Discord is a disagreement between people. A lot of that going around, so it's an apt name for a program. At any rate, I'm on it, and some of the other guys get on it, and I think if a number of us get on the thing and start using it, we'll figure out what to do with it, like in the form of podcasts or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, Corbin Friend, great guy, doing a lot of work for the chapter, not just sitting on his laurels. Okay. So what am I going to do besides social networking during this pandemic panic crisis time? Well, I'm going to work on model airplanes, of course. Come on, I'll show you what I got going on. Okay, this is my Beaver. It's an ARF, almost ready to fly. Foamy, they call them. It comes out of the box. Took me about an hour to put it together. All the servos are mounted. The servos are the things that make the control surfaces work. You have to have your own receiver, but it comes on floats. It has an amazing amount of scale detail, I think. It's incredible. And it only cost I think it was less than 200 bucks. Now, the issue I have is the computerized transmitters of today. This is a transmitter, and it has all the controls. It has way more controls than I understand. And here's the the book on it. It's about the size of an initial training book on an Airbus. There is more information on how to work all the stuff in here that I'm not interested whatsoever. It took me a day just to figure out how to get started on the thing. I had the wrong kind of receiver. There's 3 protocols that it uses, FASST and a bunch of other stuff. Anyways, I had to get the right receiver for the protocol. I've got it now, and so check this out. Everything, see them lights? And let's see, you can see the ailerons working, right? Here it has flaps. I don't think you can see the flaps so well. Check out these flaps. Flaps go up, flaps go down, ailerons, then of course you got your back wing rudders. Oh, and it's got, let's see here. See those water rudders underneath there? They're resting right on. I don't think it'll move, but let's see here. I don't know. I think you can barely see the water rudders move, but they move in conjunction with the actual rudder on the airplane. Here's the elevator, and then here's the motor. Look at that. Pretty cool, huh? So that's my Beaver. I haven't flown it yet, and I might fly it after I'm done making this recording. If I do, I'll stick a copy of it. I'll put it in this video. All right, now here's another sweet little project I'm working on now that I got the beaver done. This is my second one, our number 2 project. I think I got 5 of them here to go. Anyways, trying to figure out how to put this thing together. Evidently this fits on here like that, and that becomes a hatch. And you need to have a hatch so that you can get in here. What did I do? Oh, here you go. With the fuel tank gets put on here, and there'd be another battery that gets hooked on here that hooks up to the ignition system. It slides in here. Got to be able to clip it in, snap it in right there. I got to run the plumbing for the fuel lines and mount the box for the ignition. A whole bunch of this and that. And the other thing, I built a real sweet little rudder for it. It fits, of course, absolutely perfect because know how to do this stuff. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. Servo tray mounted right here. Servos drop down in here after I get the hatch of the tank. I'm being held up for, I need to get the battery so I can mount it on the little tray and then figure out a way to mount the tray in so it comes in and out easy enough to make routine inspections and whatnot. So that's it. And that's where I'm at on it so far. And I'll keep you updated on it if you're interested. So the weather wasn't really that good. It was kind of windy, but I thought I'd give it a try anyways. What the heck? What have I got to lose? So I put it out there in the water and try to taxi around. It's too windy. And the interesting thing about this model airplane stuff is you can learn a ton from it. But just handling an airplane, a seaplane on the water, you can get a lot of experience just doing it with a model. But what I had to do is let the wind blow it back or sail into position to take off, which it eventually does. I'm trying to make a left-hand turn and a right-hand turn. I can't get it to turn around and go downwind. So I just got to put it into the wind, put the flaps out, and let it blow back into a position to take off. It took me a couple attempts to get it in the right spot, but there I am. I pour the coals to her, and off she goes. And unfortunately, you can't see the roll I did on takeoff, which is a bad thing to do on test flights, but I'm a hot dog. Anyway, there's a nice landing, and my beaver has been a success. I move on to my next project to get it underway and test fly it soon.